Creative went from one of the most respected companies in the industry to one that's making headline after headline over their incompetence. But what are the things that caused their tragic downfall? People started noticing the red flags of Blockberry Creative once it was revealed that the company was going through a severe financial crisis. In September of 2021, Sports World published an exclusive report saying that Blockberry Creative was dealing with a financial crisis. Sports World had spoken to several industry insiders who revealed that the company had failed to pay its due wages and payments to a few external companies and outside employees who they had previously hired to work with the Loona members. The media outlet claimed that many of these outside employees, like stylists and people who were important when it came to the production of Loona's music, had worked for months without monetary compensation. The outside employees were at some point ordered to halt all work due to Blockberry's failure to pay them. The unpaid wages also accumulated to several 100 million Korean won, but this also included employee taxes, insurance, and other owed expenses. Sports World sources did say that the company was currently working on fixing everything up, but they said that it wouldn't be easy for Blockberry to get back on its feet soon. When the news broke out, netizens weren't surprised in the slightest about the revelation. Ever since Blockberry Creative lost 3.5 billion won in the investment lawsuit against Donuts, the company's financial troubles were known by basically everyone. Adding on to that the agency paid millions of dollars for Loona's pre-debut project, which lasted 18 months, knowing that there was no real way for them to get their money back since the group hadn't even debuted yet and sales of the solo albums could barely cover anything. A fan of the group wrote, "They have a video team, but they make the members edit their own videos. The group has been promoted for 3 to 4 years and they've still yet to be paid. Sue is currently out there on her feet doing her best to get the group's name out there while the company heads are out playing golf." A few days after Sports World report, Kim Hwa-young, Loona's choreographer, spoke up about not being paid a single cent by the company for the work that she did. She posted a screenshot of an article about Blockberry Creative's financial situation and wrote, "Please check the fund report and deposit the fees, please." She also said that she kept working with the company because of the Loona members who were diligent workers. The choreographer also stated that she wasn't paid even before the promotions for Loona's Paint the Town, but she worked on the choreography because the company had promised to pay her in August or September. She concluded her caption by saying, "Let's not make things complicated. Please deposit the payment starting from the choreography for the past Japan promotions." Amidst the whole situation, fans called back to an episode of World Is You One Chu, which was released on September 17th. When Chu was asked, "What are you okay with paying for these days?" she responded with, "No, not yet," and smiled. Since Chu was active in various activities like solo advertisements, variety shows, and her YouTube channel, the revelation that she hadn't been paid despite being so busy was shocking. In June of 2022, it was reported that Chu had filed a lawsuit against the company to terminate her contract since she wasn't getting any payment for her advertisements and was also getting a lot of schedules to the point that she was overworked. Blockberry Creative then had to come out and deny any rumors regarding the lawsuit, saying that they were groundless, but it didn't end there. Chu openly spoke about not getting paid by the company, making fans even more worried. When Chu appeared on an episode of Dr. O's Golden Clinic in October 2022, where she opened up about her binge eating disorder, she said that she used to eat excessive amounts of extremely spicy food, which had caused her to go to the ER multiple times. When she was explaining her eating habits, Chu also shared that she wasn't paid all that much in 2021. According to her, the reason she started to binge eat was because she simply didn't have enough money to eat what she wanted. She said, "To be honest, I didn't make any income last year, even when I wanted too much, and that became stressful for me. What I decided to do instead is order one big spicy meal and eat it all in one sitting." Fans were outraged at the revelation, accusing Blockberry Creative of overworking Chu and then ripping her off, wondering how she wasn't paid a single cent despite all of her endorsements and shows that she had been on. A second Loona member had also revealed the lack of income that she had received during the years the group was active. In September of 2022, when Yeoljin was chatting with fans on Fab, she was asked whether she was rich or not. Yeoljin answered that she wasn't because she hadn't received any money from the company ever since Loona made their debut. The group debuted with the song Hi Hi in August of 2018, even though the group had been releasing songs ever since early 2016, which means that the Loona girls have been working hard for 6 years and under bad conditions without getting paid a single cent for it. Idols not getting paid for their work for the first few years of their career is pretty normal in the industry, but they weren't getting income for 6 years, even though that they had worked through injuries and illnesses and constant mistreatment from the company. Speaking of mistreatment, nobody knows just how bad Blockberry Creative is at treating their artists better than Chu, who has been a public victim of their carelessness. Ever since she started getting more popular and getting booked to more schedules, it seemed like Blockberry Creative were no longer able to manage her properly. Add to that the fact that she had sued the company probably made them petty, so they slowly started removing her from group schedules. She was absent from the Loona the World concerts in Seoul due to conflicting schedules, which fans were devastated about. She also didn't participate in Loona's Japanese second single single Luminous and Loona's first concert, Loona the World in Tokyo, due to predetermined personal schedules. This further confused fans who were puzzled at how the company was insisting that Chu was still a member, and yet she was absent from every single activity. The fact that Loona were overworked was also emphasized during their first world tour. 2022 had been pretty busy for them in general. They had the Loonaverse concert, were participating in Queendom, had multiple comebacks including a Japanese one, and the tour seemed to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Chu was announced to be absent, to no one's surprise, and Teddy also had to take a break and rest for the European leg of the tour due to health problems. She hadn't been feeling well even before the tour started, and the packed schedule didn't help in the slightest. Kicking the tour off in North America, the members had to perform almost every day before moving to Europe and Japan with little to no time to rest in between the shows. They had schedules even on the days that they were supposed to rest, as they showed up to KCON LA performing only with 10 members present. Hustle was also seen with a shoulder strap due to her shoulder pain that came because she was performing non-stop. Yeoljin also collapsed on stage during Loona's show in Mexico City due to the high altitude, but also from lack of rest. Now, considering all this, we'd think that Chu was getting treated any better, but that wasn't the case whatsoever. On top of the fact that she wasn't getting paid whatsoever, Chu was also dealing with other mistreatments from the company side. Not only was she running from schedule to schedule, but she also wasn't getting support from the agency in any way. A fan site master of Chu especially pointed out the way that the company was treating her, or rather mistreating her. The fan site master said that Chu hadn't been accompanied by a manager to her solo schedules since May, and because of this, she had been taking taxis to all of her schedules and carrying her own luggage. The fan site clarified that the manager hadn't been busy, the company simply just didn't care about Chu. They also said that on the day Loona had filmed for Weekly Idol, the other members left work in the company van while Chu had to take a taxi, and said that this had happened every single time Chu had individual schedules. The hair and makeup expenses were also all paid by Chu herself. Fans were suspecting that the company and Chu didn't have the best relationship because of the lawsuit and all the rumors that she would be leaving the company, but they at least were expecting Chu to be taken care of. Hell broke loose once Blockberry Creative announced that Chu had been removed from the group, but the reason why shocked the public to the core. In the statement the agency posted on November 25th, they claimed that Chu had been mistreating staff and used hurtful language towards staff. They also said that this had been going on for some time, but the company and the Loona members refrained from saying anything about it. Despite the fact that Blockberry Creative made serious accusations, they didn't provide any evidence to support them. You can guess that this blew up in their faces spectacularly. Not only did the fans not believe anything that the agency claimed, but the supposed mistreated staff and basically everyone in the industry came to her defense. Everyone from fellow Loona member Hyunjin, photographers, writers, and staff from various recordings, brands, and even Sunmi herself came to Chu's defense, sharing their lovely experiences with her and calling the company's claims ridiculous. A person claiming to be a Blockberry Creative employee also shared the constant mistreatment the employees and members had gone through because of them. They wrote a string of tweets saying that they had forced the members to perform when they were sick, coming to a point when they were constantly vomiting. The alleged former employee also said that the staff members were made to work long hours, that the male staff would go to work drunk, and that the young trainees were lashed and screamed at. The members were also reportedly blamed for the financial troubles the company went through, and the higher-ups even allegedly manipulated a female staff member into working extra hours, making her late to her own deceased sister's funeral. With all this, it came as no surprise when it was reported that 9 Loona members had filed an injunction to terminate their contracts with the company, despite the fact that they claimed that the members were aware of Chu's alleged mistreatment. Blockberry Creative denied the claims, but we've seen that they have a tendency to deny everything, whether it's true or not. In response to people asking about proof, they also claimed that it falls on Chu and the staff members involved to provide the proof, even though that they were the ones who made the accusations. But with more people speaking up, who knows who else will reveal Blockberry's dirty laundry, especially since Chu said that her side of the story will come out very soon. Since their only source of income seems to be Loona, with the members gone and their reputation getting tarnished beyond fixing, Blockberry Creative will go